History is made in one of the most historic political movements as Mr. Trump staged a comeback in the U.S. White House. Of course, this is not without much fight and a very determined and unwavering tenacity to serve citizens and the entire American populace. He has maintained his composure, however odious and exacerbating, even when, of course, assassination attempt was made on his life. He said he sacrificed his life to redeem America, to make America great again. Now, there have been high expectations and high hopes that the second return of Mr. Trump at the Oval Office, the White House, will have significant impact on Africans and the African communities. Your take on this? How true is this?
The coming back or returning to power of Donald Trump in America is just like a coming back of the angel. Why I say it's just like coming back of the angel. Um, Democrats have messed up American system of governance. The Democrats have made American to look like Nigerian government. And if you watch, Democrats serve American as APC is serving Nigeria from 2015 up to these days. And when you will see, when Donald Trump was there, the war in Ukraine would have started early. But the intermediary of Donald Trump first term, when he took the power away from Democrats, when Hillary Clinton contest with him, put a hold to war between Ukraine and Russia. Because war between Ukraine and Russia was planned by Obama. In 2014, of CIA American coup in Ukraine. After he left, Biden took over and the war started. And if Donald Trump was here, American economy could not have ended up in the arm manufacturing company in America. That's where American economy end up now. Joe Biden and his warmongers made the American arms manufacturing company in America to be the richest.
Now, our focus is shifted to Africa. What impact, significant impact, will Trump second administration have in Africa?
You know, first Trump administration made Africa to stand up to say, rebuild your country. And I will like Donald Trump to take the same step to tell Africa, rebuild your country. Go and build your continent. Don't wait when Europe will build, America will build, Asia will build. Then you lose your money that you take to will be a beneficial thing to your citizens, to those countries that have already developed themselves, to lodge it there. That money, America was built by human beings, Europe was built by human beings, Asia was built by human beings. Likewise, go and build your own continent. Look at China now. When I was watching, anytime I look China technology on the YouTube, I marveled. China of yesterday, people were laughing. China are suffering hungry. China are not now. Now China hold one of the best economy in the world. China hold the best technology in the world. So I will like Donald Trump to work to quicken Africa, to wake Africa up from coma, to allow Africa not to loot their country, mostly Nigeria, not to loot their treasury and go outside and dump it. Let them go back and rebuild their country.
With the level of passion and the sincerity to serve her people, of course, the people of America, Donald Trump have expressed great excitement and enthusiasm. Can we ever have such leader in Africa?
Uh, before you have such leader in Africa, unless Africa turn around to remember of herself, to think of herself, not to think of looting, not to think of going abroad. Okay, look at Paul Biya, Cameroonian president, has the best hospital in France. Personal, his own hospital in France. Why can't he have that best hospital in Cameroon? Look at Nigeria Senate president, current Senate president Akpabio, telling the whole world, telling Nigerians that one man life is far better, more regarded, more preferred than 200 million lives of Nigeria. Therefore, whether we like it or not, no matter how hunger hold Nigerians, new president yet must surely bow to Mr. President. That Mr. President's life worth more than the whole Nigerian life. Can so happen in America? Can Donald Trump say so? Can American Senate President say so? No, unless now Africa, mostly Nigeria, remove the leadership of selfish interests before you can get a person like Donald Trump in Africa. And if you watch Donald Trump is the second man in America who lost power and still came back after 4 years and regained it.
So much fights, litigations, assassination attempts. Donald Trump, at the last election campaign in Arizona, talked to an African lady, asking her, what is the difference between I and you? There is no difference. You have an advantage over me. You are more advantage than me. Perhaps he's referring to Africans' enormous natural resources, good temperature, good temperament, I mean, good ecosystem, but yet Africans are considered as the most impoverished states. Insecurity, agitations here and there. Do you think Trump will address the issues of agitations and terrorism in Africa?
Yes, if you look at it, Trump to ask that woman, what is different between me and you? He has so many interpretations. Now, Trump know that he's a man, and that woman is a woman. There's a difference between a man and a woman because of the organ systems. And there's a difference between that woman and Donald Trump. The woman is a black, Donald Trump is white. And now, do you know why Donald Trump asked her, what difference between me and you? Because people accuse Donald Trump in his first tenure that he's a racist. He hate blacks. This is why Democrats took that word to deceive black Americans to vote for Biden and to vote for starting from Obama to Biden. They use that word racist, and now the blacks have realized that word racist is a deceit to them. Both Obama and Biden do not care about black. They only use blacks as an instrument. This is why this time around, blacks challenge Harrison. That what do we gain from you? And this is why Obama came and said he was ashamed. He was regretting that the blacks are not supporting Harrison. Now, this is where he asked him, what the difference between me and you? Are we not the same equal? Are we not the same human being? Are we not created by God? Don't we have the same intelligence? Then why should there be racist? Why should people say I hate black? Come up, blacks, vote for me. We all are Americans. Nothing like black and white. We all are Americans. That is why I asked that woman, what is different between me and you? Number two, he asked that woman that what is different between me and you? Because he know that that woman was the originated from Africa. As he himself, Trump, originated from Europe. All of them settled in America. Then now, all of them build America. And Europe have built well, but Africa is not built. What is different between me and you? America is our nation now, but we come from somewhere. And the places we are coming, there's a difference. You cannot take Africa to compare Europe. Well, the mineral resources, manpower, everything in Africa are more than Europe. Look at Britain. Britain is an island. If you watch the area, the mass land of Britain, and watch the mass land of Lagos State, almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. But can you take Britain to compare the whole African nation? The resources of Britain, can you take it to compare only the resources in Imo State? The whole Britain. Can you take the resources, the whole Britain, compare the only resources in Imo State? Can you take it to compare only the resources in Zamfara State? But where is Africa? I'm telling you of a state in Nigeria, not as Africa as a whole. But where is Africa? Now, this is what Trump is saying. If I can come from Europe and build America, and you come from Africa and build America, likewise, two of us, both you blacks and I whites, you woman and I man, can still join hands together to make Africa great. If Africa will agree, there's a lot of mineral resources in Africa that Africa will tap to build Africa. A lot of mineral resources in Africa that will stand up to make Africa to be great in the world. You understand what I'm saying? But where is our leaders? Unless we have a revolutionary like J.J. Rawlings, a revolutionary like J.J. Rawlings, who will come and revolutionize Africa. A self-denial president like the late Julius Nyerere. Julius Nyerere ruled Tanzania for 20 years and to quit. To the extent when he was quitting, Tanzania was crying, continue ruling us. He asked them, this is not my father's property. I'm not the only person in Tanzania. I was not born to rule. Let another person take over. For good 20 years, Julius Nyerere lived in 4-bedroom bungalow he built before becoming a president, and no foreign account. For good 20 years, no foreign account.
And let the Nigerian politician hear this.
They should go to archive and check it. For good 20 years, Julius Nyerere was living in 4-bedroom bungalow he built before becoming a president. And for good 20 years, no foreign account. Which made the Tanzania to cry and say, this man have disgraced us. They went and took government money, Tanzanian government, to build a house for Julius Nyerere. To tell him thank you. Can any Nigerian leader do so? Can any African leader do so in the whole African nation? Look at South Africa. Since white men came down and leave political power for blacks in South Africa, look how South Africa economy is going down. But when whites were there, do you see any unemployment in South Africa? Do you see a tariff, increasing tariff up and down in South Africa? This is black mentality. In abundance of water, you are still feeling thirsty.